Underrated. Nile, Dawk from Attack on Titan. I always found Attack on Titan's Nile Dawk to be a very compelling character. He goes under the radar, seen by people as something of a coward who eventually kind of redeems himself. But I never really saw him as someone who needed redemption in the first place. Nile Dawk was a follower. Most people are followers. Most people don't really want to look beyond the ocean because life can be simple and life can be very good and beautiful and important in its simplicity. I never judged him for a coward. I always thought that he was a guy who, in the great overall arc of the story, maybe was wrong. He was on the wrong side or whatever, like in the first half. But this guy was literally just a family man who tried to do what he thought was right. Him not being on the side of the protagonists does not make him inherently bad. He voted against Eren and said he should be killed, yeah. He went against Erwin, who, let's be real, Erwin was batshit crazy. Both completely reasonable things to do in his shoes. Eventually, when it came down to it, as some might say, to seeing the truth, he did not fight against what he saw, what he knew. He accepted reality and made the flip to join the good guys, you could say. The more we see of him, the more we realize that he was never any kind of villain to begin with, even though initially he was on their side. Again, what is a villain? He wasn't really on the side of the villains. He was on the side of just a group of people who thought differently, I guess. What Nile represents to me is the average man. It's why John and Connie are so compelling as well in the story, and a bunch of other smaller characters. These ain't supernatural heroes like Eren and Mikasa. They're just people trying to do the right thing. And one of the last scenes we see of him shows that very clearly. It's not some big ceremonious thing that saves the day, although maybe technically it inadvertently might have been, like, ultimately in the end, but he doesn't fight some great battle or defeat a titan or die saving the day. But he has Falco. He has this child, and he realizes that this captured child's people, his family, are close, and Nile might be able to return Falco to them and help him find safety. Was Falco potentially a very useful political prisoner? Yes, absolutely. But that's not what my boy Nile saw. He didn't see a political opportunity or a gambling piece. He saw a child who had a chance to go home. So, Nile risks his social status and position in the army, and he might even, if they find out, he might even forfeit his right to live in the eyes of the others. But he does what he does anyway. He takes Falco and he lets him go. In the end, he says, "This is no place for a kid, go home." And I think that's a real hero. Rest in peace, my sweet king.